raising baby goats.
Hi, YouTubers. So I've decided that every video I make about Severance, I'm going to skip my own intro and let Christopher Walken do the talking. Same for the outro, because why not? Remember when Mr. Drummond met with a violent death? I cheered. I enjoyed every moment because he was a violent lumen asshole and he deserved it. Remember when Mr. Graner met with a violent death? I did not cheer. I was so disappointed. There was more story there, and I was intrigued by this character, and I had questions. And I had really started to enjoy every Graner scene, and then suddenly he's taken out. That's it. I don't think the internet cared. To be fair, when I say internet, I mean I searched YouTube for a Graner video, and I didn't find one. Maybe everyone thought he was just a lumen thug and an asshole. I agree.
But
let me ask you this. Who among the non-severed lumens is not a bullying asshole? At the end of the day, I'd say at least Graner was the most honest, the least pretentious, and the least culty among them. And that was, in a way, a breath of fresh air. So, as a villain, I think Graner deserves more respect, and I'm here to give him an appropriate send-off. Just look at that face. So if you compile all the scenes Graner is in and do the math, like you would if you're crazy, it's easy to dismiss him. He appears in episodes 1 to 7 with a total of 13 scenes, and some of them negligible. Viewers would be excused for thinking of this character as a mere plot device, and the show would be excused for writing him as such. But they didn't. They gave him hidden depth, they gave him flavor, and then they killed him off quickly and just moved on. If we do a very quick rundown of Graner's scenes, as they would appear on paper, it would go like this. A scene of his silhouette in a parking lot. A scene where he catches Helly tripping off the alarms, Mark takes the rap for it, and he escorts him to the break room. A scene in Cobell's office with Milchick, speculating whether Mark's sick day is really a sick day. A scene where he catches Helly again, and this time escorts her to the break room. A scene with Cobell discussing Petey and the aftermath of his sudden departure. A scene where he saves Helly from hanging. Great scene. A scene with Cobell confirming Petey's chip was reintegrated. A scene alerting Cobell that MDR is roaming the halls. A scene where he's on a call with Cobell telling her that reintegration was Rugabi's work. A scene escorting Mark to the break room. Again, a scene visiting Cobell at home, telling her he located Rugabi and was going to visit her. A scene following Mark to Rugabi's location. And a scene getting brutally murdered by Rugabi. So that's Graner's story, start to finish, on paper. But if you take a closer look at these scenes, well, some of them are bullshit. We could cut them out and it wouldn't matter. But others are juicy. So let's do this properly. That first scene in episode 1 is a blink and you miss it moment. And even if you weren't blinking, you can't see who that is. And even if you can see, you don't know who that is. Moving on. In this scene, he's properly introduced. When Helly triggers the alarms and Mark takes the rap, he's a bit of a dick to him.
big department chief now, Marquez. On you then. Let's go.
Also, he does have that face, so he's scary, and we don't like him. This scene isn't important. Moving on. Next scene, Helly triggers the alarm again, and this time he walks her to the break room. No lip this time, just...
This way, please, Hellier.
And...
On you go.
They all say that, don't they? Now, the next scene is something we can really sink our teeth into. Cobell's worried about the board and Petey's departure. He reassures her it wasn't her fault. They'll understand.
It wasn't your fault, Harmony.
Harmony? That's personal.
If you want a hug, go to hell and find your mother.
Jesus.
Damn, why is she so mean to him? And why does he take it from her? But he sours a bit. She says Petey reintegrated. He says there's no such thing. She says she wants the chip. He says the body's going to be cremated. Good luck with that. And then he leaves. Now, the next scene is when Graner really gets to shine. Helly's hanging in the elevator. Mark calls her up, and he is on it like white on rice. He saves her life. He sends Mark home. He handles everything. And he doesn't get any credit for this. No thank you, Mr. Graner. Not even a pip-vip card. Nothing. Now, in the next scene, he's telling Cobell that Petey's chip was, in fact, reintegrated. He's big enough to tell her she was right. Now, listen and watch very carefully.
You were right, Harmony. We should celebrate. figure you'll take a beat before telling the board.
What was that? What does celebrate mean? Did they celebrate before? Did you ever see a proposition get shut down so hard? Did you ever see such a smooth recovery? I mean, he snapped right back. Anyway, he advises her against keeping secrets from the board, and she tells him to go find out who reintegrated Petey. Next scene, he knocks on her door and asks her if she knows what MDR is up to. She says, "Hey, I thought I told you to F off and find out who hacked Petey."
You're not stopping it.
The surest way to tame a prisoner is to let him believe he's free.
There's a cure quote for everything.
This guy is so not in the cult. So he tells her to be careful with the board and with the staff.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, these two are freaky. So then she tells him to F off and find out who hacked Petey. And off he Fs. No respect. Next he calls and says, "Guess what I found out? It was Rigabi who hacked Petey." This next scene is not important. Moving on. Now this is my favorite Graner scene. He goes to her home and he tells her that he found Rigabi's location and he's gonna go get her.
I got a tip from a campus cop against college. What the fuck are you wearing?
I was doing some private research.
What's that a euphemism for?
Celebrate. It's a euphemism for celebrate.
Want to come with me and find out?
No, I do not. Let me know when you have her.
Why is she always so mean?
So, you're like a nurse or something?
Yes, but not the sexy kind. The tired and cranky kind. Now in the next scene, he's following Mark to Rigabi's location, and the one after that, he's brutally murdered by her. Fuck you, Rigabi. I can tell you why I hate her, but that's for another video. This one's about Doug. Rest in peace. I miss you. You were a loyal something to Cobell, and she didn't appreciate you. But I do. All we are is dust in the wind. Ha, ha, ha. You're my boy, Doug. Take it away, Christopher.
Raising baby goats.